the flower. I don't want to mess with it. That's so cool, though. I'm going to do... I don't think it would actually burn. But I can take the shields off. I should put on her, like, move that breaks all shields before fighting it. That's really cool, though. And, yeah, just very depressing.
Your turn to dance.
Let's keep going.
Okay, Lune is alive. Unfortunately, Monoko is not.
Let's spill some ink.
But it's alright. It's okay. What if I do this? Get like all the burn stacks on there. Okay, there's the growing mini flowers.
Let's push forward.
Alright. Bring back Monoko. And heal her back up.
It likes you.
Damn it! No!
Okay, go.
This is unfortunate.
Thank you, my dear.
But I can bring back everyone, potentially. Oh, the flowers haven't, like, bloomed.
Yeah, see.
Okay, come on.
Fresh. Wow, wow.
There we go. Ah, okay. Okay, okay.
Your turn to shine.
Okay, rude. Okay, jump. Damn it.
Good.
That's unfortunate. Okay. But we can bring everybody back. Yet again. Don't be embarrassed, Monoko. It's
You
fine.
don't get to die yet.
Okay, just 3.
Lune, watch out.
I failed her!
Grace.
You know what?
Finesse. Precision.
We'll break all the shields off. And then I'll bring her back. I'm so focused. Hi, what could being be? Welcome in. It is a lot of damage. I was doing so well on the last attempt. And this one's been rougher, but I can do it. You think you had to sleep for work? It was pretty late when I beat the game.
Sorry, failed.
So that's all right.
Energized.
There we go, finally. I had it last time.
My favorite part.
Can break. Okay, we'll break. Because then I can do the stun again. Or not.
Ourselves. That's better.
Woo! Okay.
Let's spill some ink.
Whew. It is burning, so I can't get straight into Virtuose.
Yeah.
Here we go. And I did it. Oh, I don't feel good about it though.
Two down. 2 to go.
that doesn't feel nice. Oh! You have conquered your foe once again. Should I take you back to the plaza? Yes.
Nice.
That is nice. I need it. Cool. This is preparing me probably for like all the painters workshops I haven't done yet where I have to like parkour and jump around. Oh, neat. Very cool. Okay. So yeah, I've just got to get creative. Whoop, let me in. Have you figured out what the Flying Manor actually is yet? I don't know exactly. And like why. I think what has me curious is like why Clea, I'm assuming it's Clea by the way, I'm pretty sure it is. But why Clea is trapped behind it? Like I'm assuming it's like painted Clea, essentially. But I am curious like why she's trapped here. I guess I will fight these guys. I'm a little afraid. Look at all of them. This might be the most challenging one. Yeah, Flame Evac, Frost Evac, Thunder Evac. Okay. Invulnerable? Why? That said 2 are invulnerable. Does that mean now you aren't invulnerable? Interesting. Hold on. I need 8. Okay, so when they have the shield, they're invulnerable. Fascinating. Okay. I didn't even notice.
That's more like it.
Let's keep going. Okay.
Damn. I know the timing and I messed it up anyway. Oh! That's like instant. Okay. Okay, I don't know the timings of any of these moves. Thank you for the follows. Welcome in, man. I don't think I'm gonna get this. Now you're...
Here we go.
Oh, you have lightning on your weapon. That's not ideal, but you know what? It'd be like that sometimes. Okay. I see, I see.
Timing.
Maybe I don't know the timing. Maybe I'm a liar. Maybe I'm a liar. I thought I knew it. I could be incorrect. All right. I believe I just have to parry. I have to get that one move down for sure. I'm determined. Whew. I'll take that, you know?
Please. On me.
That works. Get broken.
On me.
Watch me still fuck this up somehow, though. Yeah. I accidentally killed Minoko.
Ready to parry.
Stop doing this move that stresses me out! Ah. Fucking A! Alright.
The dance begins.
I almost fucked that up, by the way. Almost. Alright, take that. Heal my L up.
A storm is coming.
Okay, nice.
Battle.
Monoko's back.
I am refreshed. Invigorating.
God up.
Projects blasts of energy. Hell yeah! That's what I like to see.
From fire.
Perfect.
Grace.
And now we break. I fucked it up, but I got so lucky with roulette. Oh, let's see. What do I want to do? Maybe I'll just... Oh no, you absorb it. Fuck. That is not good, so we'll do this. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. This could heal, but could also do good damage. Yeah, look at that. Cool. Your Mael power came from stacking different skills that benefit each other and having Verso supporting with his skills. Oh, that makes sense. I could also see like doing that with CL, like making Mael as strong as possible with CL. I did it. Fuck off. All done. Whew. But then I feel bad. Why can't we all just be friends with the Nevrons? I don't... Man.
Just one more.
You have conquered your foe once again. Shall I take you back to the plaza? We are back here. I wish I could see all of his dialogue again. Maybe it's better to forget all about this. But she is trapped here behind this door in her atelier, forever painting. How do we open the door behind you? Bring back the color to her paintings. She mocked Aline's creation, trapped by her own paintings. Her Nevron stole her colors. If you find them and unpaint them, then maybe she will be free. Yeah, I'm intrigued to learn more about her manor in specific and why she's trapped here. Okay, I've done 2 on this side. So there's probably like 1 more on this side. Is it somehow over here? Aha! Well, that's cool. Everyone misses it. Okay, time to fight this duelist. But look, his swords are like all red. And it's like grayed out expedition flags. Alright, the last one. We fight duelist. Oh, look at the painting in the back. How cool. Okay, Miles already died once.
Let the ink
Brutal.
flow.
But yeah, that's tough. People who do streaming or YouTube full time, it is not easy, and they will always have all of my respect.
Meet your end.
Because I work full time while streaming. So. Oop. Oh my god! Oh my god. People are already sending off fireworks. Oh my god. Okay, let's fight Dueliste. Oh, no! Okay. I accidentally lost CL. It's okay. It's alright. Whoo! 2 million damage. Okay.
From fire.
I almost wonder, like, is it worth it to just...
Let's finish this.
Elemental trick! Okay. Damn it!
I won't disappoint.
Feel better.
I'm sorry, CL, I was so close! Editing is fun, but not easy. It just takes a lot of time. And you have to focus. It takes a lot of skill as well. Like, not everyone can edit, you know? Oh, this is so dangerous. I almost just want to bring back CL.
You can't leave us yet.
Oh, shit. I feel bad bringing CL back as, like, just, like, a potential target, you know?
The expedition's not over.
But if she lives, even better. Like, I can learn my parry timings.
Reckoning.
I've gotten very fortunate.
Your turn to shine.
Let's sharpen.
Whew. Double damage this turn.
From fire.
Get back in. Whew. Okay, nice damage, nice damage. I'm afraid.
Let's dance. That's better. Nice.
Damn it. I'm so close.
I'm ready. Feeling better. Feel better.
There we go.
Look out.
Feeling better.
Damn it. That's the one with the gradient counter, right? Yeah. I don't really know that one very well, unfortunately.
Welcome back.
That would take 5 to do, and this would also take 5 to do. So what if I just
This will hurt.
give me my turn?
This will hurt.
Bring her back. It won't be quite the damage increase, but it'll still be nice.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Whoo! Okay. I feel like I'm holding my breath.
Chance.
At times, I definitely feel like I'm holding my breath.
A storm is coming.
All right.
Meet your
Take this. close and yet so far.
From fire. I'm ready.
Okay, I don't have enough to do Sten Hall, so I can do this. And I'll go into defensive.
Dodges here.
Fuck, that's like the worst timing ever because I wanted to heal CL.
Take cover.
Woo!
Overflowing with energy.
Okay. I got lucky with Elemental Genesis and Elemental Trick right now, though. Only... Woo! Only my L has inverted, though. The other two do not, so technically I could heal her.
Show me what you can do.
Whew. She already gets to go next anyway. Shit.
Let's spill some ink.
My L will deal double damage this turn. Whew. Sorry, I'm focused. Woo! Not the best damage, but still, we're getting there. We're taking chunks at a time. Thank you, Zeri. Oh, that's unfortunate that right as I said, I've been getting great luck with Elemental Trick and Elemental Genesis. Oh no. My girl. It's okay, CL is up next, and she gets 2 turns as well.
Let's spill some ink. Please. On me.
Oh, but I could also do that. I just don't know
From fire.
if I need to. Or maybe I don't get 2 turns? Wait. Thank you for the lurk, Skylar. I do really want her to go, but it doesn't show that she's gonna get 2 turns, so maybe she doesn't.
This will hurt.
But my L definitely will, so...
Firing.
Maybe I will do this.
Sorry,
And bring Lene back.
Keep going. Feel better.
Woo! Look at all my girls go!
Parry it.
Okay, well, unfortunately CL's gone, but I can bring her back. Dang, I had that move down for my L. Woo.
Firing.
Woo. Hell yeah. Okay, we're getting so
Let
close.
the ink flow.
And 2 AP. Health and 2 AP. She doesn't really need the AP.
Let us stay. Elements converge.
So close, so close. Woo! Okay. Okay. Do the double damage. Play immediately.
Time to hit big. Fiery.
Boop. Yes! Okay. I feel so cool. Oh, and Dualisa's now level 28. Oh, we did it. I feel so cool right now, y'all. Oh, now I can go in the Flying Manor. Oh, I'm trying to decide if I want to switch back to Minoko or not, but I'm gonna go fight those enemies back there first. You have conquered your foe once again. Should I take you back to the plaza? Alright. It's time, y'all. We are back here. You did it. You can go in her atelier now. But she might not recognize you, for her soul is gone. People have asked if I'm gonna post my notes anywhere that I took, and I'm totally willing to. I think if y'all want to see my notes, I'll probably post them in Discord. So if y'all want to see them, I will definitely share them there. Keep in mind, they're kind of silly. Like, they're formatted very silly. I can show y'all. Like, for example, like, this is the page where I talk about, like, young Verso. My handwriting is not good, you know? Alright, we're gonna go up. A threatening aura emanates from beyond the door. I'm going in. You attempt to open the door. You push harder. The door shifts ever so slightly. The sensation of danger is magnified. Beyond the door lies a threat unlike anything you felt before. Do you wish to open the door? I'm just gonna put the cutscene command warning just in case there is a cutscene. One last time. Do you truly wish to open the door? Okay, why are they going so hard with this warning? So be it. The door opens. Brace yourselves. Oh my god, look! But the, like, ones in the mountains. Oh, save in progress. Okay, I'm scared.
It can't be.
Verso.
It can't be? Why do you say that? Okay, I'm just peeking around, okay? Don't mind me. Wow. Okay, wait, but was I right? Is that gonna be like painted Clea? Hold on. Oh.
Clea.
She looks so cool.
You're alive. What happened to her?
I bet Claire hated Maman's portrait of her, so she painted over her.
And now she paints Nevrons.
How cool. Oh, that explains so much.
Can you heal her? Can you change her back?
I can't repaint her. Claire's the only one skilled enough to paint over someone else's creation.
Oh, that's so cool.
gonna be tough.
But you know what? That's so epic. I'm sorry. That is so epic. Clea was such a talented paintress that when she saw her mom's painted family, she didn't like the portrait that her mom painted of her and was able to paint over it. And now the painted version of her paints Nevrons. That is the coolest thing in the... Oh, Claire, you are such a badass. Man, that's so neat. Look at her arm movements. Like, I know she's going to be controlling Nevrons and, like, using them in her attacks, but it really feels like puppeteering as well, even though, like, she painted them. So fluid and so cool. God, she's so cool. Oh my god, that's so interesting. I have a lot of thoughts right now. Although now I want to go back. I'm gonna do Sten Hall. Summons creepy Nevrons. Oh. Oh. Oh my god.
Let's finish this.
She healed herself. Girl, that's not cool. You healed yourself for like 1,000,000 damage. I haven't even done that much yet.
It's locked on you. Let's keep going.
Oh, shit.
Not today.
Summons musical Nevrons. Well, I failed there. God, that's so cool. Her chroma looks so interesting. Probably Gamage would have been nicer to have. Oh my god. But she's gonna heal that back in like a second. Summons agile Nevrons. Okay. Here she goes, healing herself for like 1,000,000. God damn. Whoo, okay. I have to get like the setup back, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to survive. Creepy.
That's better.
Damn it. Okay, I got the 3, but not that.
Okay.
That's unfortunate because they went for my L. She has a ton of different attacks too. There's a lot. But not like impossible to learn. It's just gonna take time. For me, anyway. We're gonna come back in and try again. Oh my lord. I don't think that'll be very good. The violent Nevrons. Damn it, I died. I gotta get into the pattern. We're really close, though. We're really close. Oh, damn. Oh, I had it once. And then she's gonna get eaten. Or not? Oh! Okay, that was unfortunate. We try again. Oh god. Okay. I can get this one. We're gonna try one more time. That one I know though. Damn it. Alright. I believe we can do it this way. We're getting so close. Man, Clea's kicking my ass. Might be one of like the coolest boss fights like ever though. Wow. Okay. Ah! I believe.
Finesse and grace.
I did not mean to do this, but it's okay. I meant to do Stendhal first. It's alright, it's okay. It's practice.
Soldiers, yeah.
The musical Nevrons are evil, dude. They're evil.
Time to hit big.
Ah! Like, I love them, but I don't know their timing. Like, at all. Whew, but I got you. I'll take that.
A brilliant light.
If only Lune had one that would allow, like, a character to immediately play. Powerful Nevrons. Okay. Damn it! I just brought her back. Are you kidding me? Should have had that timing. Mistakes were made.
I'm ready. Feeling better.
Okay. We're already here. Man.
Let's finish this. A brilliant light.
These Nevrons are tough. Like the agile ones and
get to die.
everything. Whew. Wonder if she does have one that like can immediately have a character play.
Careful, my elbow.
That's better.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll disturb the chroma like that.
Finesse and grace.
If only I had...
Fiery.
Gommage up then, that'd be cool.
Your turn to shine.
Okay, now I do. Let's see what happens. Let's see. I did it! But I got to see some of her moves. I didn't do it in one hit. That makes me so happy. And I parried some of the Nevron abilities. Told you just needed to be not be unlucky. Fair. That's fair. Highest damage 12 million. That's insane. Oh, Clea's life. On turn start, if no damage taken since last turn, recover 100% health. That is such a cool pick, though. Oh my god, I love Clea. First try. Even if that wasn't my first try, I'm really proud of myself. Like, truly, that was not easy, and I'm really proud of myself for, like, learning some of the parry times and getting some of the counters. Even if I didn't get them all, I am proud.
How is she so strong?
She's Claire's creation.
Clea?
She's trying to find a way.
Oh. First on poor Clea.
I'm sorry.
That makes me so sad. I hate that he was reunited with Clea. Only for like a few minutes and like just. But I also like, I can't imagine what the Clea that he knows, like what she's been going through. And like considering it seems like none of them wanted this existence in the canvas, like perpetuating this like cycle of grief for this family, like in the end it's kind of like what he's working towards too. When you think about it, like, and in the ending I chose, it's like he succeeds. I still don't think it doesn't make it hurt for him though to like not be able to like talk to his sisters at all before it happens. Okay. I don't know what I want to say. Technically, she wouldn't have done that if I hadn't done what I did. I want to be honest, though. But that feels like it could be misconstrued as, like, sassy. Like, if I say, like, she did that by herself. I don't know. When things are in text, I don't know what tone is being conveyed. And so I would get nervous picking things like that. Because, like, what if it is supposed to be delivered as, like, a sassy tone? I don't want to be sassy. It's not a nice... It's, like, not good news to deliver. I feel bad. I miss her. Thank you, That's what she wanted. I wish she would have listened to me. Then she wouldn't have to make this painting suffer. Painting or not, she had feelings and a soul. Yeah, they all do. That's what I think, at least, but I know she thinks differently. Oh. I think seeing this dialogue would be good before the ending, but damn, it must make it even harder a choice than it already is. Like, I think we all feel that way already about, like, creatures and people and things in the painting. I think it's just you're hearing the soul of young Verso say it as well. And so it feels almost like it's validating all of the feelings that you feel. But I think most people going through this game believe that already. So it's still painful, but having him confirm it, that he feels the same way, man. But that makes it all the saddest, because it means that, like, when Verso asks him if he's tired of painting, like, he does feel that way about all the people in the canvas, but he wants to stop painting even though he knows all of that and feels all of that. I think feelings change, though, once you're seeing things. I think once the young boy and painted Verso realized that Mael was going to go down a similar path as her mom, I don't think either of them could handle it. And I don't think it's what any of them, including the people within the canvas, like, would have wanted in the end. Like, I think when the young boy first says it, I think he would have wanted to continue. I think him, like Mael, had hope for that there could be a solution where the canvas could survive, and so could the Desandra family outside the canvas. But I think once it was clear Mael was lying to her father, even if she wasn't even, like, fully aware that she was lying, even if she was, like, seeing and saying things, trying to believe them herself, although I think part of her was conscientious of it, even if she wasn't, like, aware, Verso saw it, and I think the soul of Verso could feel it. It's happening within the canvas. And so I think it's like by that point, they wanted to stop. This is the soul of the brother who essentially, like, sacrificed himself to save her. There is no wrong decision that the player makes, you know? My problem is that you can show 5+ examples of Verso being a manipulator. He asked the boy a 2-in-1 and biased question, which is, like, the first thing you learn in psychology class not to do if you don't want skewed data. I mean, the thing is we know for a fact that painted Verso also carries the memories of the original Verso, alongside all of the memories he's formed himself. So to me, I do think they have, like, a really, like, deep, like, unspoken connection to each other without even knowing each other. Because he was painted out of, like, that presence of Verso's soul in the painting. But also, I don't think Verso, not, like, necessarily just the one in the canvas, but the one outside the canvas as well, I can't imagine that having this piece of your soul that's, like, intertwined with everything in this canvas, that's been witnessing everything that's tearing your family and this canvas apart, that after knowing what would happen to Mael, that you would want for her to do that to herself. Mael's lost her brother twice, even 3 times if you count Gustav. I would count Gustav, even though he's not the same as Verso. She did view him as a father and a brother, and that loss was very great. She's experienced a lot of loss. So I don't think there's a right or wrong choice when the player makes the choice to either fight as Mael or fight as Verso. I think there are justifications for both, and every player picks whichever one thinking of like the selfless reasons that they have, as well as potentially like some selfish reasons that they have. Same as like every character in this game. There's a lot of like, oh man, I feel like Verso bringing up like the hypocrisy that Mael has in like her criticisms of what he's about to do. It's the same as like for us if we criticize the choice, the opposite choice that somebody makes. You know what I mean? We have no idea when we're making that decision what's going to happen afterwards, you know? Painted Verso is definitely a liar. He says to Luning that Clea is his favorite sister, then tells everyone later on that Alicia was. Then there was his Axon. I don't know, I love Verso, but he's so wrecked by loss he's had over the years that he's desperate to end all of us and he crosses lines. He lied a lot in this game. Even outside of those examples, he's lied a lot to everyone in this game. Unfortunately, I think that's how he can tell when Mael is lying, because I think sometimes some of the lies he told, some of them were a means to an end. Some of them were a means to achieve his goal, right? Which was to take down the Paintress and have the canvas destroyed so that he could be free from this existence that he feels is a trap. He could be unpainted and no longer have to like suffer in this existence. And honestly, it seems like he would have freed painted Alicia, painted Clea, like all of these people who also didn't want to suffer in this existence. However, he grew attached to the people in the canvas, same as Mael. And so I think there are moments where he doesn't want to tell the truth because he loves having them around, you know? I think that's why he's able to tell when Mael is specifically lying to her dad about like eventually leaving the canvas, is because even if she wasn't intentionally lying, like say she was saying it thinking that maybe she would one day, but like not knowing deep down she would not. She's attached to all of these people. There's no way she's ever gonna leave. And I think Verso can see that. And knows he wants to end the cycle, to like give her the life she could have outside the canvas. But I feel like it should be said, like, for me, it wasn't an easy choice. I went with Verso in the end because to me it felt like, as much as I loved everyone in the canvas, including all of like the Nevrons, all of like the creatures, all the Gestrals, all of the people, I grew to love that world, and I still believe that all of those people have feelings and have a soul and are living. And that the things that you paint and that you create are just as real as like the people that we sit next to and exist with every day, you know? I just felt like I didn't know what would happen if I went with Mael's choice, knowing that she wasn't ever going to leave. I worried for the people and the creatures in the canvas. Once her dad realized she was never going to come back on her own. And if he came back into the painting, and then they wreaked more havoc. And I thought of the soul of Verso, and how he didn't want to paint anymore, and how it must feel seeing this canvas that he painted, that he created, and spent time in with his sister, making this place that was most likely supposed to be an escape for them both, getting destroyed by this family and their grief because they won't move forward past his death. And for Mael, I know it's more than that. I know she's also grieving the loss of like the person she once was. I think she relates to Painted Alicia a lot towards the end, because she brings up to Verso at the very end about like her existence outside of the canvas and how she views it. And I think being Mael in the canvas, she's everything she imagined she could be if she wasn't injured by the fire. And so she's grieving a lot more than just the loss of her brother. So I understand both choices. I didn't want this canvas to be more destroyed and potentially condemn the people of the canvas to an even worse fate than they already experienced with the Paintress and Renoir and the fracture. And I wanted to see Verso's soul at peace. So I truly don't think there's a right or wrong choice that you can make. I understand the justifications for Mael's ending, but her actual ending, I don't like that she doesn't unpaint Verso. I don't like that she was able to accept Alicia's wishes and grant Alicia's wishes, but knowing that Verso wanted to be free of this existence, knowing that he didn't want to see this cycle of grief destroy this family. All he's been working towards is being free. And sure, you can argue that she granted him mortality, but that's not what he wanted. And in that moment, she says that she gets to have this lifetime with him that she didn't get to have outside the canvas. That is going down a similar path as her mom. I personally feel like I could understand if she just gave Verso what he wanted. But it felt like she kept him alive because she wanted to spend time with this brother that she thought she lost. Why is Verso's needs higher than the rest of the canvas? It's not that I'm saying his needs are higher than the rest of the canvas. I'm saying if she chose to save the canvas, she could have granted his wishes and let him go. But she doesn't. Like, that's what happens after you make the choice to fight Ismael and beat him. He begs her to unpaint him, and she just doesn't unpaint him. She gives him mortality, but then forces him to witness her essentially, like, deteriorate herself outside the canvas, you know? If Verso would be the painter at the end, we know he'd do the same. So, though he says, you don't give me a chance to talk Alicia out of it. I dislike how this argument is made against Mael. I see it as karma and Alicia learning from Verso what he would do, trying to not let him suicide and let him play music and age what he wants to. The thing is though this game is about hypocrisy that's made for either characters. Like, sure, you could argue that Verso would do the same if he was the painter and could keep painted Alicia around. But that doesn't make that decision okay. I don't think anyone's defending if Verso would do that. I would condemn Verso for doing the same thing. I would criticize him in the same way. So to me, it's like, that argument doesn't really detract from what I'm saying. I wouldn't excuse Verso for doing that. You know what I mean? I think the argument is fine to use against Mael because she was completely willing to grant Alicia what she wished for, but she was not willing to give it to painted Verso. You picked Mael's ending honestly because you spent 90% of the plot fighting to save Lumiere and its people, and that's fine. That is fine. That is part of the reason why I wanted to pick Mael's ending and why I thought about it very heavily, is because I didn't feel like it should be my choice to destroy this canvas that's so full of life and with people that I love and creatures that I love. It didn't feel like that should be my decision. I also think, like, something I've discussed about with Plume, for example, is technically we as the player are, like, all kind of hypocritical in a way because we've all killed a bunch of Nephrons and Axons and all of these things that just have as much of a right to live. I think the whole point is that there isn't a right or wrong choice. Whatever justification you can use to justify one ending, you can probably find a way to criticize the character and choose the other. There isn't a right or wrong. So I don't think it's fair to tell people, like, oh, your reasoning is invalid, because there's just another way that you could say that to anyone for their reasoning in picking a choice. I think the devs went a little too hard on foreboding framing of Mael's ending as if they felt they needed to in order to counterbalance all the time we had with the painted world, but I wish they had kept a bit more nuance. I think that's the only problem with the choice, is that they make her ending so horrifying. Like, I felt afraid during Mael's ending. Verso looks so upset to be playing the piano, which is supposed to be something he loves. And I understand it's also because she is deteriorating outside of the canvas. But man, it's just sad. I felt like the ending where you choose to fight as Verso just had more hope to it, where I felt like Miles' ending had a lot of like foreboding and fear to it. Random, but one line in the prologue that stuck with you on your second playthrough is after the Gamage during the send-off when Gustave talks to Mael. He tries to talk her out of coming along with the expedition, and she tells him that he belongs here more than she does, meaning Lumiere. Oh, very cool. I can't wait to replay this and like see things that I didn't really notice before. I think the game actively pushes back against the concept of there being only 2 possible endings, but it gives us those two and see how we deal with them. I think like Lune especially has pushed back on the idea that there's only like one choice or the other. She says so like in the game, like when Verso doesn't tell them outright about what's gonna happen with the paintress, and she says like, you could have told us and we could have tried to find another way. So I think the game does push to say that there's more than 2 endings or that there's more than 2 options. We just don't know what that third option would be, and we never will know. But I think that's part of the fun with these endings, is that you can't make a right or wrong choice. Your initial choice and gut thought of what I would do as someone Mael and Alicia's age and what they're dealing with, and what I would do as Verso in the same situation. And while current me would choose Verso 9 out of 10, that part of me that also dealt with feeling like I'm just existing and just constant pain that I can't just get rid of easily, instantly would pick Mael's choice. That's okay, and that's fair. I think that's totally fair. I bounced between the two for so long. Like, so long. All of the people outside of the opera are painted white. Pair that against the prologue where Arlene paints everyone with color. Oh, interesting. I didn't even register that. That's really interesting. Your main problem with how they frame Miles' ending is the majority of this game feels like it's trying to teach us that things can all coexist, and it's just like, nah, this is a nightmare. I do think... I wonder if they wanted you to feel the gravity of the choice of, like, if you're picking her and acknowledging that she's going to stay in the canvas and never leave, that you have to be confronted with the choice of what's going to happen to her outside of the canvas. And so they wanted to show that in that way as much as possible. I'm not entirely sure. I think one of the things that will always stick with me when discussing the endings with Plume, and I like this quote a lot from our conversation, so I am going to share this, but I think the most important thing to remember when talking about these decisions that you make at the end of the game is that, like, nobody who makes any of those, that, like, either choice has a moral high ground over anyone else. There are justifications for both. Even the devs had said that there's no right or wrong choice. So to me, I think it's just important to remember that, like, no one should make you feel bad for the decision that you made. Even if they don't agree with the decision, even if they made a different choice themselves, there isn't a right or wrong choice. While I personally prefer the ending that I saw for my choice, that's a preference. It just gave me hope that things would be okay, even though I lost everyone in the canvas that was important to me. You have an optimistic view for her ending. Renoir will eventually come back, but she'll have time to grieve like she did in Act 2 with Gustave. That's probs months, while she has like a week in Act 3 with carrying the fate of her 2 lives in the world on the back. Gustave will make her leave after she's lived some 20 plus years. The only thing is that's under the impression that she told Gustave everything. And I personally don't know if Gustave would keep her in the canvas knowing what would happen to her. I see, Steven. Interesting. That's totally fine too. Everybody like has different feelings about like Act 3. I think my favorite act by far is like Act 2 and then the side content I did before Act 3 and Flying Manor. I still love the end. It just hits different. But it made me really... I feel like Verso is such a complicated character and I do really enjoy him. I like him a lot. Despite everything that he's done and that he did to like the party in Expedition, I feel like Renoir, once you understand what he was doing and how it must feel to carry the weight of everything that has happened in this canvas and everything that is happening to the people on Lumiere is because of, like, you. That's a lot to carry. And so I don't blame him for setting out to do what he did and trying to, like, free everyone, especially knowing that, like, Clea had, like, asked him to watch Mael, and so he had been watching her. Gustavo always said they aren't her jailer. He cares deeply, but also lets her make her own choices. But the thing is Gustav saying all those things is not saying those knowing what's happening to her while she's in the canvas. So I don't know how he would react knowing that, like, by staying in the canvas, it's effectively, like, killing her outside of the canvas. It's hard for me to use anything that Gustav said to Mael, not knowing what she was, as a defense for things that he would potentially do after Act 3. You know? Because here's the thing. CL had said to Verso in the camp, no worries, what could be? Have a nice night. Also, I think Maggie went to bed as well. Good night. Good night. But yeah, have a great night. The thing is, CL at camp had said to Verso, when he asked, like talk to her about how Aline brought him back in the canvas, CL had said that, like, she understood Aline, and that when her husband had died, that she would have brought him back in the same way at that time. But she said after seeing what Verso had suffered and how he feels about this existence, she wouldn't do it. And so it's hard for me to use a character's, like, quotes and things and feelings towards, like, Mael pre-knowing what she was. It's hard because it's like they don't know. And everything could change. Like, all he cared about when finding out where Mael was finding her and getting her to safety. He was willing to abandon the entire expedition and their goals. He was willing to abandon every oath to make sure she was safe. And it was Lune who was like, when one falls, we continue, and Mael took that oath. But he was willing to, like, abandon it and go home to make sure she was safe. That's exactly why she would listen. He would force her, like Renoir, after he sees he finally beat Aline after he couldn't for 67 years and instantly reacts with wanting obedience instead of talking about it. He would be sad if she dies RL and wouldn't want them to suffer if Renoir will actually fight her for it. That's fine. I think it is very optimistic. I don't know if anyone could force Mael to do anything. I mean, her dad tried to force her to leave, and we ended up fighting him immensely, and then expelling him from the canvas. When Verso tries to, like, get her to accept and leave, which arguably his is more dramatic, but, like, they both want to destroy the canvas. So I do understand her being more defensive. I think it's different if they don't want to destroy the canvas. Maybe that's the biggest issue, is that there wasn't an in-between. It was always like, we're gonna destroy the canvas with her dad. Maybe if her dad had just said, like, I won't destroy the canvas, okay, just come out. But I don't know. It's a hard thing to say. I don't know if she would listen and be forced out of it. The evidence that I've seen does not show that she would leave Or, like, be willingly forced. That was why my fear with picking her choice was that if Renoir comes back and she doesn't want to leave willingly and she won't listen, that it just leads to another fracture-like event. But I would like to believe that maybe she would eventually leave. She shows she can grieve healthily with time. Act 2, Gustav. Your problem is that she's forced to make so many choices within 1 week of learning it all when there's clearly not enough time to let her process stuff. Yeah, I would say the choice of not unpainting Verso is what makes me believe that, like, she's not... And not even specifically the choice to unpaint Verso. It's or not to not unpaint Verso. It's specifically what she says to him when she makes the decision not to unpaint him. It's the statement of... Now I get to have this lifetime with you that I wasn't going to have. That makes me feel like she is going down a similar path of Aline and not 100% grieving healthily. I think she's capable of it, but I don't think she's doing it 100%. Yeah, so it's hard. It's complicated for me. But again, I wish, it's like, I don't want to be the one making that decision, but I also think it's important that the game has you make the decision, because one of the major themes of the game is that life forces these cruel choices. And so I think it is important that you're not outside of it, that you're not just witnessing this thing happen. I think it is very important that you have to make a conscious decision. I will say with Verso's ending, I interpret Clea differently than I think other people do. I don't think Clea despises her sister. I think she is experiencing a very different type of grief than, say, her mom, her dad, or her sister are experiencing. To me, even though Clea lashes out and is clearly experiencing anger when she's talking to Alicia in the Act 2 epilogue, I think she was given way too much responsibility, like forced to become the leader of her family while her parents are duking it out in a canvas. Most importantly, it's a canvas that she and her brother, who she is also grieving the loss of, used to spend a lot of time in. It was like an escape for them. It was this beautiful world that they both created. To the point where they both have, like, Francois and Esquier in there. These creations that are, like, their best friends that exist in this canvas. And now she is not only, like, dealing with the fact that her parents are destroying this place, that is one of the places that has these fond memories with her brother. Which, in my experience with my own grief, when someone you love dies and you're experiencing that loss of that person, all of a sudden, everything that you have that reminds you of that person, where you used to spend time with them, where you used to, like, bond with them, or something that feels like it has a part of them in it, you become way more protective of it and you don't want to lose it. And so for her, she's not only losing her brother and dealing with the loss of her brother, but she's dealing with the loss of this place that is no longer what it once was. She even, like, tries to salvage it with the Nevrons that she creates. And so it's like, to me, it makes me so sad because her grief is very different. She even says in the time that you first meet her as Alicia, she says, like, she loves and hates her brother for sacrificing himself to save Maëlle. And I feel like it is how she feels towards Maëlle as well. She loves and hates her. She loves her sister, but also there is a part of her that will always have this, like, dark feeling, in the sense of, like, I think she does somewhat blame her, even though we all know it's not completely her fault. But it's very different than just outright despising her sister. I don't think she actually despises Maëlle. I think it's why she allows her to go into the canvas. I say allow, but it's like what she comes up with instead of her actually doing something. I don't think she wants to lose her sister. I think she's already lost her brother. She doesn't want to do anything that would put her in danger of the writers, and so she comes up with the, like, go into the canvas, destroy the canvas, like, do this so that our parents will be pulled out and freed. She thinks of something that I think will keep her out of like the writer's way and be a way that she can help. I don't think she makes that decision because she doesn't care for her sister. I think she does. So I feel like I interpreted that ending a little bit differently. I don't think her family despises her. I think Aline, I don't know enough about, personally. I don't like how she painted Alicia in the canvas, very clearly out of blaming her for what happened. But I feel like I also don't know how she would be outside of the canvas when she's actually forced to confront her grief head on. It's complicated, you know? All of these characters are complicated, but I don't think any of them hate Alicia. Like, Renoir does not hate his daughter. It's part of the reason, like, he goes so hard. But I know you said 2/3, so it's fine. I also don't think they would rather her be dead. I think if Aline wanted, like, Alicia to be dead, she wouldn't have painted her in the family to begin with. I don't think she wants her daughter dead. I think she's just not coping with the emotions that she feels towards her daughter in the best way. Anyway. They have a lot of work to do as a family, but they're not able to do that work if they all keep escaping grief or avoiding it, you know? Clea is a boss bitch in the best possible way. There's a reason why her axon is effectively an image of Alice holding the world up, but I don't think she is a source of any comfort. I don't think she is, not right now. I think that family has a lot to work through together. And 100% Clea has a lot to unpack with how she's treating her family, because nobody should lash out, you know? Doesn't mean we don't, though. I think that's the most important thing to remember about interactions with everybody. People lash out when they're grieving. It's a very, very complex emotion. It doesn't make what Clea said to Alicia about, like, her being weak or about, like, blaming her for it and saying it was her fault. It doesn't make any of that stuff okay. It's hurtful, right? But I think once you have a better understanding of Clea, it helps you see her character in a new light and helps you sympathize or empathize with her. I don't think it was a vindictive response decision on Aline's part. From what we know of the process of painting, it requires honesty. From her journal, I believe she couldn't process her daughter in a different way. Yeah, that's fair. It's why it's like, I don't think either Aline or Clea hate the sister. You know? I don't think they hate Alicia at all. I like Clea much more if you play Flying Manor at Endless Tower in Renoir's draft. I do plan on going through Renoir's draft. For me, everything in this canvas is as much alive as what is outside. Esquire, the gesturals, the grandee, even Aline's paintings. I welcome them all. Painting should be a celebration. Oh, it should. Just like music. Oh, thank you for taking care of her. It may not be much, but would you accept a gift from me? A garment we had designed together. I can make only one. Who would have it? Oh my god. I don't know what I want to pick. I think I'm going to give it to Lune. Personally, I think after everything Maëlle has been through with her sister, I don't know if she would want it, if it was meant. But it's also special. Like, it's special. It's a garment they had designed together. It would be something that's designed, like, by her brother and her sister. So I want to pick her at the same time. But I also am like, should I pick Lune? This is hard. Maybe in the future. Yeah, I would agree. It's not right now, but in the future. And that's why I think the ending feels hopeful. I think they should have just... maybe not should have. Clues from Yarn, zero physical comfort during Versa's ending. She holds on to SKA plush and doesn't let go, so she leaves it. She tries to make eye contact, and only Claire returns that and shaking her head looking at her parents. not all of the painting gamaging wave, and only she can grieve them, as no one knows those people. You mean, like... well, I feel like Aline would grieve them. Also, Clea would grieve stuff in the canvas as well. You know? It's just different. Mayal would grieve the people that she had connections to in the canvas. Clea would absolutely grieve the loss of, like, Francois. That was her best friend in the canvas. I feel like she would also grieve the loss of all the things she painted, like the Nevrons. They all have connections to the canvas that I think they would meet and grieve the loss of. It's a very hot topic, and it's not often these discussions go as well as they do, and can definitely attribute that to your demeanor and openness. Well, it's why I wanted to start the discussion by saying, like, I don't think any of us should feel like our answers are right or wrong. You know? Oh, thank you, Steven. That means a lot. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think the most important thing is recognizing that, like, whatever decision you made is right to you. Nobody is morally better or morally right or morally wrong for choosing either way. There are justifications for both. And so no one should ever make you feel like the choice that you made was incorrect. I think that's why both endings are so beautifully done. Even if, like, we have our own preferences, I like that people view the endings differently. They interpret the endings differently. Like, I like that Banana Penguin didn't see, like, that ending in the same way that I did, where I was kind of, like, scared. They saw hope, you know? So I view it as, like, people can interpret things in different ways and, like, see things in a different way. So I don't know. Having the discussion feels way better because during ending streams, there's too many one-liners of Verso / Renoir did nothing wrong. And as said before, Mayal enjoyers have to do a lot of work to even start arguments. I think the important thing to note as well with these characters is that they've all done wrong. They've done wrong, they've done right. They're human. But that's what's beautiful about the characters in this game, is that they're not black and white. You can't say that Verso is 100% a villain. I think it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like disrespectful to the characters of this game to say, like, well, this character is 100% good and this character is just bad. Like, to paint Verso as, like, a villain for the entirety of the game, it just feels wrong to do because they are so layered. They are complex. They have a lot to them. They do things that are right and do things that are wrong. Mayal wasn't perfect throughout the entirety of this game. Like, they're all flawed. But that's what makes them feel so real, and I think it's why we connect to all of them so much. Because of how human they feel. Technically, they are Clair Obscur, so they are kind of black and white. They are with the definition of Clair Obscur, but they aren't in how their characters are fleshed out, you know? I definitely will watch it, FTS. I'm excited to see it. While you don't like the way Clea lashed out on Alicia and blames her for it, when it's not entirely her fault, I can understand her grief. Not the most healthy way to go about it, but a valid reason onto why she is the way she is. It is extremely valid for why she lashes out in the way she does, or just understandable why she lashes out in the way she does. It doesn't make what she said okay or how she handles it okay. It's just grief is very complex. And there isn't, I think the really important thing is, there isn't a right or wrong way to grieve either. We are all human people, and I think an important thing to remember is whether we like it or not, you're gonna fuck up and you're gonna lash out on people, you know? You might not realize it, but it happens. You are human. What matters, though, is what you do after that. How do you feel after that? Do you feel guilty about it? What do you do to make it up to that person? We're emotional people. All of us are. Even if you don't, like, get sensitive and cry at games in the way that I do, everybody feels emotions differently. But you're never going to be 100% perfect all of the time. You are going to have moments where you fuck up and you make a mistake, or you say something not great. You say something in a way that hurts someone. And it doesn't mean that you are doing it intentionally to be mean and rude and evil, you know what I mean? It's just how you handle it after the fact that reflects on the type of person you are. And the characters in this game, I feel, show that so much. Think of all the times that like Lune and Ciel were able to forgive Verso for the things that he did. You know what I mean? For the lies that he told. They're able to do so because I think they see that he is genuinely like sorry and seeking forgiveness. I think I'm gonna pick my L. Wonderful, here, have this. Oh, cool! Take care of yourself and of the paintings around you. Thank you for everything. I almost would have wanted to have it for Lune just to give her the outfit with the hair. But I will take it. I am so honored that people are coming over here from my YouTube and that you're all enjoying my playthrough so much. That really means a lot to me. So thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. But yeah, take care. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful day. Tomorrow comes. And for those who come after. Bye, y'all. But yeah, take care, everyone. I'll see you all very soon.